Wuthering Waves launched today and it's not looking too great. Because of some issues, the negativity around the game is spreading. So I felt it absolutely necessary to make this video addressing this issue to prevent the damage from spreading further. Okay? So from what you guys saw earlier, many people are facing severe lagging issues in this game. It's bad. The game is crashing for many, having huge FPS drops. Many have unstable red ping even though they live in the server region, half rendered characters, attack animation bugs, huge number of issues basically. You guys are not alone though. Yeah, I faced a lot of these issues. If you followed my stream on release, I could barely stream the game for 4 hours and my game crashed 3 times in between. Not only that, I was facing severe FPS drops, with FPS dropping to single digit numbers when there were multiple enemies around, and I have a fairly capable system to play this game. So I can only think about the people who are playing this on a mid-range phone or probably a low-spec PC. My ping was also quite high, like in the high 400s, and I faced a few disconnects here and there. But should we really be cancelling the game or spreading hate about the game because of this?
It's the biggest piece of dog shit.
Wuthering Waves is an online game, and an online game needs servers. It had 32 million global pre-registrations. Now even if half of that, 15 million people, try to get into the game at the same time, what do you guys think will happen? Yeah, the servers will be overloaded. Honestly, it's a surprise a small company like Kuro even managed to keep the servers alive in this situation. Even big companies like Tencent or Blizzard face complete server failures when half as many players try to log in at the same time. So it's a big achievement for a small company. So obviously when you try to play the game on your first day, it will have bad ping. In fact, it's going to stay like that for maybe the next 2 to 3 days. Yeah, sad news. Until the players maybe stop logging in at the same time, or Kuro expands the capacities of the servers, which will cost a lot of money. I don't know if they can do that, but yeah. Many people were also complaining about the FPS drops, which is probably because of this high ping fluctuation. When your ping is high and it keeps fluctuating, your game actually takes a huge hit in performance. I can confirm this myself because after a few hours when the ping was a little bit more stable, even my game wasn't dropping FPS. You may have noticed a similar trend in TOF or Tower of Fantasy if you guys have heard of it, when on the first day of release the ping just went haywire. So people were also getting FPS drops in the game. It was very bad, okay? So it's actually pretty common in online games. Furthermore, Kuro also pushed an emergency patch which kinda made the game a little bit more stable for me. So if you guys haven't updated your game yet, I mean, just do it. It will probably make the game a lot more better for you guys as well, okay? Alright, if you have watched this video so far, please subscribe to the channel, guys. It motivates us a lot to make more content. Only 1% of you guys are subscribed, so yeah. Now, if you're still lagging here, these are a few tips that I tried out and they work amazingly well, okay? If you are getting bad ping, just use a VPN. Even if you're located in the server region in which you're playing, select a VPN location that is closer to the main servers. For instance, if you are playing on the Asia server, select a VPN location that's Singapore. You may not be situated in Singapore. You may be somewhere else in Asia, okay? So select Singapore as a server. With this trick, I was able to reduce my ping on EU server from an unstable 700 ms to a very stable and respectable 206 ms. Okay, you can literally go ahead and check my stream. I was playing at 700 ms. So I managed to bring that down to 200, which is pretty good. That's 500 ms difference right there just from using a VPN. This also made the game considerably smoother for me. Like, I was having huge FPS drops, but after my ping became stable, it was around 200 to 230 ms. My FPS was not really dropping a lot. I was getting a maximum of around 5 to 10 frames of difference. That's it. You can also adjust a few graphic settings like turn off motion blur, switch DLSS settings from auto to prioritize performance in PC, lower the shadows, and overall play with the graphic settings a bit. Again, most of your lagging is probably happening because of the fluctuating ping, which a VPN can solve, but these settings can also help a bit. The DLSS setting, for instance, made the game extremely smooth for me, and now I barely drop below 60 FPS. These are temporary tweaks and I know it may not work for everyone like it did for me, but it's worth a shot until Kuro pushes a fix and the server loads drop. For now, I'll suggest to stay offline for a few days and let this rush of players settle down before you start playing to get a better experience. Things like these happen when a game launches to such a large player base. Even the biggest game devs feel helpless in these situations, so you can only imagine how hard Kuro must be working behind the scenes to keep the servers up even though it's a very small company. These issues are not a testament to how good or bad a game is. These happen with every single game. So let's just give Kuro some time to cook, alright? Now let me know, how has your experience in the game been so far? Personally, I really have no complaints with the game. I'm loving the story so far. By the way, spoiler alert, it gets really good later on. Takes a bit of a dark turn, but yeah, I love dark stuff. And the combat has been a real blast. It's extremely satisfying, and the whole Pokemon collecting thing is really fun. Even with the red ping and FPS drops, the combat felt incredible. I can only imagine how good it will feel once Kuro addresses the performance issues. So tell me down below, what was your experience regarding the game? For me, it was okay, I guess. So I'm trying to hit around 100-150 hours in the game, and after that I'll be able to share my full experience regarding how I felt the game was, or if there are any more underlying serious issues about the game. Only then I can give a proper review on how I felt about the game, or if they need to improve something or not. So stick around, I'll be dropping in a lot of videos. Let me know in the comments about your experience or your problems, and I'll see you in the next video.